Nord. NordVPN.com/Fightful. What more can I say that I haven't already said? Well, I'm going to have to say a few things because this is an ad read for NordVPN.com/Fightful. You know, the way that I get UFC pay-per-views for 1/6 the price, the way that I'm able to unlock lots of content, the way that I'm able to keep myself browsing safely and securely when I'm on the road or when I'm at home on all my devices. This bad boy right here, this bad boy right here, all these bad boys around here that you can't even see are all protected with NordVPN.com/Fightful, a 30-day money-back guarantee. You already get a great deal on it. The amount in savings that I had the first month beat the price that I paid for the subscription itself. And again, works on all your devices with one subscription. NordVPN.com/Fightful. Check out their many great tiers and tons of other great features. NordVPN.com/Fightful.
Hello, everyone. I am Fightful Scott Edwards, and with me today is none other than the Pink Striker, TJPW's Miyu Yamashita. Miyu, how are you today?
I'm good. Hello, everyone. TJPW Miyu Yamashita. Thank you for today.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I can't wait to talk to you once again. Of course, this is our second time talking, and it's right in time for Grand Princess, of course. So I'll ask the general question. How excited are you for the big show on Saturday?
はい、今回は2回目となりますが、グランドプリンセス直線ですが、いかがですか？
はい、もう間近ですので、伊藤真希とね、挑戦ということで、今までもタッグタイトルは、挑戦何度もしてきて、手にできなくって、で、今年のトーナメントで初めてね、タッグ2人で結果を残せたので、その勢いでベルトも取りに行きたいなというふうに思っております。
はい。So, of course, she has a tag match with Itomaki. You know, they fought many times for the belt, and they weren't successful until now. But, you know, they won the tournament, and, you know, with this very high momentum they have right now, they're in it to win it.
Yes, and I think everyone's very excited to see you both team up. I know for a lot of people I've talked to, you two are their favorite team, not only in TJPW and wrestling. So I guess that brings me to my first, true question, talking about you and Maki. The Max Heart tournament was your first tournament win, despite all your accolades. So how did it feel to win that tournament with Maki?
はい、今回のマックスハートトーナメントは、伊藤さんと初めて優勝したので、その優勝した気持ちはどうですか？
いやー、もうやっとね、本当に2人で優勝っていう形で結果を残せたっていうのは、もう2人でも話しましたけど、やっとなんか2人でこう勝ちをつかむことができたねっていうふうに思って、でも2人で同じ意見はまだゴールじゃなくって、やっぱ私たちはずっとベルトを取りたいっていうふうに思ってたので、なんかこう、まだこう達成感はまだなくって、ただ本当にすごく嬉しい気持ちでした。はい。
はい。So, you know, of course, finally, they managed to get they finally achieved the result as a tag team after so long, for the two of them. And, they actually discussed after winning the thing, and that's actually not the goal. The tournament win is just halfway through the process, but actually winning the belts is, it's still the real goal at the end. So, while they're happy, the story is unfinished and they're here to, in a sense, finish the story.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yeah.
and finish the story is kind of a theme for a lot of people in wrestling lately, and that brings me to the match on Saturday against Heidi Howitzer and Maxie Impaler. Two imposing forces. Looking at that matchup and looking the differences between your team and their team, how do you look at attacking them? Since they are like the powerhouse team.
はい。土曜日にウエストランドウォーパーティーとの対戦があって、圧倒的にどう見てもすごい強力なチームで、もう作戦とかはもう考えてましたか？
はい、もう、何ですかね。二人は、アメリカで、短いスパンでね、多く防衛もしてますし、その強さだったり、もう見た目も大きいです。大きくて、すごいパワーもあって、で、体力もあって、本当にタッグチームとしてのチーム力すごく強いなっていう風に、印象があって。で、私たちはでもね、いつも作戦を立てることはないので、やっぱその戦いの中で感じたものだったり、今戦う時だというか、その戦いの中で、こう考えて、二人で感じたままにいつも戦ってるので、作戦を立てるタイプではないかなという風に思います。
はい。So, as you know, the Wasteland War Party, they have managed to defend the belts quite a number of times during the short span, you could say, like, this past 3 months in defended titles in America. They're really big people. They're very large, as you can see, and they're very full of stamina. And they're a really strong team to go against. But, of course, Yamashita and Ito-san, honestly, they don't actually have a plan going into the match. They usually feel as they wrestle in the ring. So they're just like, okay, if they find a solution there, they'll make it up on the spot. So they're not really planning anything, before the match. But once the match begins, once the bell rings, they'll find a way.
And that feel that you both have for each other, as the tag team match goes on, does that come from teaming a lot or facing each other a lot, that you have earned that chemistry with one another? Because, of course, you two have a big rivalry as singles competitor as well.
はい。リング上で、フィーリングしながら作戦を考えるということは、それは、対戦相手として、そういう化学反応で生まれた結果ですか、それとも、タッグチームとして化学反応生まれた結果ですか？
どういう意味ですかね？
そのお互いに、信じ合うというなんか、信頼度があって、はい。それがどうやって生まれたんですか？
いやー、でもお互いに意識してるわけじゃなくって、なんかこう、自然に生まれたもので、もちろんそのタッグとして、パートナーとして信じてるとこもありますし、でも大きくあるのは、お互いやっぱりそういう、なんだろう、性格というか、そのタイプでシングルの時も戦うタイプだと私は思うので、伊藤も私も、その時に感じたままに戦うっていうスタイルは同じなので、それは本当タッグにあっても変わらないかなというふうに思います。
はい。So actually, it's probably a very natural reaction because whether they are opponents or their partners, they actually have a very similar style where they think of on the spot in the ring to find a solution. So actually, it's probably just a natural in-ring chemistry offering, and just the styles are just very, very naturally complementing each other.
Yes, and I think a lot of us can tell that it's a natural compliment, especially since both of your styles are very different. But I will bring up the fact that while you both are teaming together at Grand Princess, you and Maki, a lot of tag teams are going head to head. Of course, there's the main event, Yuka Sakazaki versus Mizuki, and then the International Princess Championship match between Miyu Watanabe and Rika Tatsumi. So, as someone who's, of course, faced your tag team partner, looking at those two matches, do you believe that those are the best challenges for them, like for the two champions, for Yuka and Miyu, from experience?
はい、伊藤さんと山下さんが、お互いに、昔も戦ったこともあるし、で今回のグランドプリンセスとメインイベントも、坂崎さんと水木さん、チームメイト同士の対決があって、でも、インターナショナル王者戦も、渡辺さんと辰巳さん、同じく、チームなんか対戦相手と、こういうなんか面白い、並びがあって、チャンピオンとして、こんな、昔のチャンピオンとしてこの2人の対戦を見ると、チャンピオンにふさわしい相手でしょうかどうかはどうですか？
対戦相手のがタッグパートナーっていうことに対してということですか？
そうですね、はい。
そうですね、やっぱりやっぱ冷静になると、やっぱりその一緒にね、いる時間が長い分、あと一緒にいる距離感がね、短い 近い分、やっぱり感じるものはありますけど、やっぱ最後みんな、これは本当マジラビにしても、白チュームにしても一緒だとは思うんですけど、やっぱリングに上がれば対戦相手として、それ以上でもそれ以下でもなく、そのリングの上でしっかり、自分のベストを尽くして戦うっていうのが、レスラーとしてというか、選手としてやるべきことなのかなっていうふうに、私はいつもそういうふうに行き着いてたし、おそらくみんなも結局はこうみんなね、試合までにいろいろね、考えることはあっても、そこにやっぱりリングに上がって、いざ対戦相手を目の前にして、しっかり戦うっていう、で、お客さんを楽しませるっていうところに行き着くと思うので、そこはなんかすごい、一緒なのかなっていうふうに思います。
はい。So, honestly, as someone who has also fought her tag partner many times and fought with her, this time around in the pay-per-view, in the end, whether it's Majirabi or Hakchumu, in the ring, when the bell rings, their opponents. So, no matter how many times, how many training they've done together in the past, how close they are in the ring, at the end of the day, they'll be fighting for the belt. And the best way, as a wrestler, it is, right to please the fans by showing off a great match.
Yeah, and I think that's what we've seen, of course, from you and Maki, and that's, I think, what everyone expects to see on Saturday. It'll be interesting to see how much they challenge one another. But my next question kind of is two sides here, and really that, we've seen international talents come in like Maxie Impaler, Heidi Howitzer, Billy Starks, Janai Kai, and of course yourself, Maki Ito, Yuki Sakazaki, Mizuki have traveled to the US. So how do you enjoy seeing new talent from around the world come to TJPW and get to share that style that you and your peers have helped create in Tokyo Joshi Pro?
はい、次の質問ですが、最近すごい、外国人選手が、東京市に来てもらっしゃって、ウェイストランドワーパーティーじゃないかい、それ以降も数人もいらっしゃって、で、逆に、山下さんみたいに、坂崎さんも、アメリカ遠征もありまして、こんなすごい選手が東京女子に来てもらって、東京女子の面白さを伝わってどうですか？
そうですね。本当に、コロナが落ち着いて、また以前のように海外の選手に来ていただい来てもらって戦うっていうのは、やっぱ東京都市のみんなもやっぱり楽しいでしょうし、やっぱり東京都市の選手とこう試合することで、それこそ化学反応があって、で、東京都市を見てくれる世界のファンのみんなが楽しんでくれてるんじゃないかなっていうふうに思うので、本当に、本当に最近すごくそれが増えてきて、なんかこう、それもそれでね、私たちらしさが出て、すごくいいなというふうに思います。
はい。So as you know, cause COVID is settling down finally, and they're going back to what it was like in, say, early 2020, late 2019, where people are coming over from America, and the wrestlers are also enjoying themselves in the ring. The ones coming from America and the ones also in Tokyo Joshi, really enjoying themselves, seeing all this great talent coming over. The chemistry is really great between all of them as well, and of course, the fans overseas are enjoying themselves. So she also hopes that the opportunity to get more wrestlers coming over will be great as well. So who knows?
I hope so too. Of course, I talked to Janai Kai a few weeks ago about going over there, and she was so excited, and she specifically wanted to face you, which of course you'll have a match with her at Battle Club Pro, I believe, when you come to the US. So that brings me to my next step here. TJPW is having their first ever United States show in Los Angeles, WrestleMania week. How exciting is that for you to get to represent TJPW on a TJPW show here in the US?
はい、さっきの質問につなげて、数週間前にジャナイカイさんと話してて、すごいとても楽しかったという話もおっしゃって、実は山下さんとずっと戦いたくてという話もあって、でそのなら、多分確かにバトルクラブプロで対戦すると思いますし、でその続きで、2週間後、東京女子プロレスの初アメリカ大会ロサンゼルスで開催するんですけど、今回は山下さんは、 東京女子プロレスの選手として東京女子のリングにアメリカに上がるはどう思いますか？
東京女子のショーにってことですか？
そうです。東京女子のショーに。
東京女子のショーに東京女子プロレスとして上がるということです。
そうですね。今回は、
なるほど。
そのままのリングで、今回アメリカに持ってくるのという、
なるほどね。
はいはいはい。
で、どういう気持ちで戦うかっていうことですか？
そうですね。はい。
いやー、もう本当に、それこそ、最初に、東京女子のアメリカでのショーが決まって、でも、コロナでね、行けなかったっていうところで、キャンセルになって、で、その後は本当に、行けるか行けないかって、またね、白紙に戻った状態で、またこうして、アメリカに東京女子で来れたっていうのは、すごく嬉しいですし、私は、アメリカにね、よく遠征で行かしてもらいますけど、やっぱこの東京女子のみんなでショーができるっていうのは、本当にすごく、嬉しいし、それこそ、坂崎ともよく、坂崎もね、よくアメリカに行ってますけど、坂崎とも一緒によく話をして、なんかこうアメリカでやっぱりみんなで行きたいよねっていう風によく話してたので、本当にそれが現実になってすごく嬉しいし、3月31日、東京女子のショーは本当にすごく最高の日になるんじゃないかなというふうに思っております。
はい。So, of course, the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling was originally scheduled to go, I think, in 2020, and then it got canceled due to COVID, so everybody wasn't sure whether they could actually go back to US again. And, they finally got confirmed once again this year in March. Of course, everyone's very happy, because Yamashita-san herself has been to US, here and there a few times already, if you've seen, of course. But this time they get to go with, not the entire roster, but a great number of them to run an actual Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling show. And she's always been speaking to Yuka, about going to US together with everybody, and they can finally do it. So, March 31st is going to be a great show. It's going to be a wonderful show.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I know a lot of people looking forward to that one. Very exciting. I know a lot of people going to that show too. To see you all for the first time. Well, at least some of you all for the first time, of course. So I guess I'll head over before we talk about your US tour. I'll talk about your time in Pro Wrestling Eve. Of course, you are the Eve champion. How has it been, getting to go to England and not only go there and face the likes of, their talent as well as, Miyuki Takase, who's of course from Japan, but be their champion and represent them in Japan and soon to be in the United States?
はい、次の質問は、プロレスリング eWay の経験ですけど、今回今は、現チャンピオンとして、EVE の、EVE の団体を一応、日本でも、出場して、イギリスの経験はどうですか？また、いろんな選手と戦いをできて、例えば、高瀬美由さんとか、そういう経験はどうでしたか？
ですね、イブのチャンピオンになって、やっぱりイギリススタイルのプロレスは、やっぱアメリカのスタイル、日本のスタイルとも違って、すごく、面白くって、で、いろんな選手とね、戦って、本当にいろんな選手がいて、面白い選手が本当にイブにはたくさんいて、で、高橋さんとはアメリカでも戦って、今回イギリスでも戦って、本当に、2つともすごくエキサイトして、めちゃくちゃ楽しくって、なんかすごく、お互いね、やっぱり海外で戦うっていうところにも、やっぱり特別な気持ちもあって、なんか本当にすごく、楽しい試合でした。すごく。
はい。So, the English style is very different from the American style and very different from the Japanese style. It's very unique, and there are so many great talents all over across the England. And, having the opportunity to fight against Miyuki Takase in not just in England but in America as well. So, it's amazing to get to fight the same person in two different countries. So it's always exciting and it's always an enjoyable time to to go against her. It's a really special feeling for her.
And I've loved seeing you in both because I think it's been a, like you said, kind of a challenge to try the different styles. here in America, in England, and of course Japan, which you are so good at. And that brings me to talking about kind of the future in a lot of ways. TJPW has a lot of rookies that you have recently, of course, you've taught them how to wrestle in a lot of ways, and I know you help coach them, and you get to have their first matches with them. So, how exciting for you has it been to have a new group of rookies come through the system, and a lot of them have such bright futures? So, how has that been for you?
最近も東京女子の若手選手が増えてきて、確か山下さんもコーチングもされていて、こんな新世代の特女子選手の将来についてはいかがでしょうか？
いやー、本当に若い子たちは、本当に最近というか、一昨年ぐらいからすごく私の、印象ですけど、急成長してきて、で、あとやっぱりみんなのその気持ちがすごく、本当に強くなってきてるなっていうふうに思ったし、やっぱそれで大きく変わったのは、その気持ちの強さだったりが、そのリングの上で、出せるようになったっていうところがすごく大きいところかなって思うし、本当に期待もしてますし、ただ、私たちとか私もまだまだもっともっと頑張んなきゃいけないなっていうふうに思いますし、まだまだ負けないぞと、どんどんなんですかね、立ち向かってきてほしいですけど、まだまだ負けられないかなっていうふうに思います。
Hi. So, some of the younger generation, the young girls, she's been helping with the training for at least about past 2-3 years already. And, they've been growing so fast and such a huge alarming rate, And what she's really glad to see is that, their strong emotions in the training has been really being able to be expressed in the ring. And you can see it, by all the matches. I don't think I need to say it. You should know. You watched the program.
Yes.
And obviously, they have they have surpassed her expectations as well. So, but still, as one of the more senior members of the roster, she still has to continue to do her best, to show them that, yeah, they may be good and they have the momentum, but she's still the top dog and she has to maintain, like being the top dog consistently.
Of course. Yes, and thank you for kind of giving us a look at how they're growing and how, of course, we can only see so much. We just see the matches on Wrestling Universe, but getting a little of that backstage or the training that really helps us, I think, learn about those wrestlers as they come up. But that's not to say everyone has some great first-time opportunities like yourself. You participated in Keiji Muto's retirement show in the Tokyo Dome. How was that experience? Of course, you've been in the Tokyo Dome before, I know that, but getting to wrestle in front of that huge crowd and do so with, 7 other TJPW wrestlers, what was that honor like, and how did you approach that, and how do you feel after the match?
経験という話なんですけど、今回初経験とは言えるんですけど、武藤敬司さんの引退試合の東京ドームで、初東京女子プロレスの対戦でもあり、山下さんとあと7人ぐらいの女子選手がいて、その経験はどうでしたか？
はい、もうね、やっぱり東京ドームはね、実は私は DDT の東京ドーム路上プロレスで1回やってるので、2回目なんですけど、でも、リングの上でね、戦ったのは初めてですし、武藤さんの、引退試合で、引退大会でね、ショーで試合ができたっていうのは、すごく大きい経験でしたし、東京女子でできたのも、東京女子にとってもすごく大きいきっかけになったんじゃないかなっていうふうに思います。で、やっぱり、その後にね、武藤さんの引退される姿、試合を見ても、本当にすごく、心揺さぶられるもの、心が動いたものもありましたし、レスラーとして、もっともっと強く、熱く戦っていきたいなというふうに思ったので、本当にすごく、武藤さんのショーは、私にとって大きい経験になりました。
Hi. So, of course, the first one was the DDT Rojo show. and now this time it's like a second time around, but actually inside a ring in the Kejimoto retirement show. For herself and for Takejoshi Pro Wrestling, it's a really huge opportunity to have such a huge scale, probably like the biggest crowd they've ever even seen. And having this great match, and at the same time, seeing Kejimoto's retirement, it really shakes the core of her soul. And she feels that she has to continue wrestling more excitingly as a wrestler after such a great match. Hopefully, who knows? Yeah.
Me too. It shook my core as well. So it was a great show, and I think that match was excellent. But of course, as we move to the next part of the interview here, you're coming to the United States for 3 months, which is very exciting. What led you to make that decision and take on that challenge? Because you have so many matches announced already, and we'll get into that. But how excited are you for the 3 months, and what kind of challenge does it present to you? And why did you make that decision?
はい。ロサンゼルス大会後にはアメリカ遠征、確か3ヶ月という滞在期間にもなりますし、そのアメリカ遠征に至るまでの、結論というか、どんな考えでそのアメリカ遠征に決まりましたか？
はい、長期で、アメリカに遠征したいっていう風なのは、少し前というか、数年前から考えていて、その後はタイミングだったんですけど、やっぱり大きな私が3ヶ月アメリカに滞在するっていうのは大きな理由の一つとしては、やっぱりアメリカで、海外でいろんな選手と戦いたいっていうところと、やっぱりが一番大きくって、で、私のスタイル、東京女子で大きくなった私のスタイルがアメリカでどういうふうに、化学変化じゃないですけど、どういうふうなスタイルでどこまで戦えるかっていうところの、も試したいですし、やっぱり一度きりの人生なんで、やっぱり楽しみたいかなっていうふうに、ギリギリでも何か、いろいろアメリカに行って、やっぱりいろんなことがあるかもしれないですけど、多少危険でも、どんどん挑戦していきたいなというふうに思います。そっちの方がね、私の人生楽しいなって一番思えるので、はい。
はい。So, decision for her to go on a long-term tour, actually it's been she's been thinking about it for a long time already, and the timing is just great right at this point in time. So for her 3 months in America, she would like to face like practically any and all wrestlers that would like to go and face her. She wants to see how far can she bring her style that has been developed in Takejoshi Pro Wrestling, and how far can she bring herself in America. So as you know, we only have one life in our whole entire lifespan. So you never know what happens, and she wants to see what can possibly happen in 3 months in America. So sometimes it might be stuff that could be a bit dangerous, but who knows, it's all about opportunities and what to expect next.
Of course. And I'm very excited to see you come to the US. I think I speak for a lot of people in that. There's so many, it feels like there's a new match every day that you have here in the States. You get to face Masha Slamovich again. You are facing Janai Kai, like I said earlier. And then, of course, there was a big one announced recently. You will be competing for the Impact Knockouts World Championship. You'll face Mickie James, Giselle Shaw, and Deonna Purrazzo at the Impact New Japan Multiverse. Only the Strong Survive show. I know you've been wanting to kind of dip your toe into that. So how excited were you to get that offer and now get to step in an Impact ring?
アメリカ遠征が決まって、ほぼ毎日で新しい試合が発表されつつ、マーシャ・スラモビッチとの再戦もあって、ジャナカイの挑戦でもあって、一番すごい驚いたのは、やっぱりインパクトノックアウト王者の対戦もあって、確かミッキー・ジェームス選手とジゼル・ショー選手とディオナ・プラッツォという、すごい、禁断の扉とも言えるぐらい、すごい試合になりますが、それについてどうですか？
インパクト、そうですね。まず、もうどんどん3ヶ月の滞在の時に試合をするカードがいろんな団体からリリースされて、私もその度に、分かってはいたけど、ワクワクして、で、インパクトは、前から出てみたい団体の一つだったので、本当にショーに参加できるっていうのも嬉しいですし、もうそれだけじゃなくって、スペシャルなカード、ノックアウトのチャンピオンシップで 4way っていうところでも対戦する選手もそうですし、ジゼル・ショーは以前にも戦ったことがあって、で、あのそうですね、あとのお二人の選手も、新旧の現チャンピオン、そして前のチャンピオンっていう、本当に、すごい強い4人、私含めて強い4人が揃って、本当にすごくエキサイティングで、デンジャラスな試合になると思うので、すごくワクワクしてます。
Hi. So, of course, there's been many matches being announced so far, for her excursion in America. But of course, the Impact one is really special because she's always wanted to wrestle in Impact. And, she's finally glad to have this finally happen so early in her so-called, even in the first day of her excursion there already. And, it's a special four-way match with Giselle Shaw, who she has actually fought before, and a former champion of Impact with Mickey James and Diona Perazzo. And of course, Miyu Yamashita herself is also an ex-champion, so it's gonna be a really huge four-way, and it could be dangerous. What do we expect? Only one way to find out, right?
Yes, absolutely. I can't wait to see it. I remember when it was announced, and I was just like, the excitement for you getting to go to Impact for the first time was there. So I'm very happy that you get to go to Impact for the first time. I know you've been wanting to. So I have two questions left, and then I'll let you go. First one's a two-parter, and it talks a little bit about AEW and Ring of Honor, ROH, because I think both of them you have some unfinished business in. Of course, AEW last year, the last time we talked, you just came off of the title challenge against Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa is no longer champion. Jamie Hayter is now champion. And of course, the Ring of Honor women's champion is Athena, who you wrestled at Prestige Wrestling. And I think everyone could agree you have some unfinished business with her. So, first part of the question is, are you hoping to get back to AEW during your 3-month tour? And the second question is, do you hope to get payback on Athena after, we all thought you won the Ring of Honor women's title at Prestige?
はい、質問は2パートになりますが、AEW と ROH の話、多分にもなりますが、以前の遠征で、やり残ったことは、一つがあって、例えば、アテナとのROH 女子王座戦もあって、もう勝ったとは思ったですけど、結局、何かがあって結局負けてしまいましたが、やっぱりリベンジはしたいですか？で、2つ目の質問は、AEW には参戦してみたいですか？
はい、アティナ、すごく、バッドガールでした。はい。めちゃくちゃ激しい人で。で、最後、勝てたと思ったんですけど、マルフェリーのね、判断で、私の勝利ではなかったと。で、私が動揺してたところを隙を突かれて、もう思いっきりね、行かれたんで、またいつか、彼女と戦いたいなというふうに、思ってます。で、AW の参戦はもちろんチャンスがあれば参戦したいですし、ジェイミー・ヘイターは、ジェイミーは本当に私がすごく大好きなレスラーの本当に一人で、なので、いつか戦ってみたいです。それに関しては AW じゃない場所でもいいですし、でも彼女はね、今チャンピオンで、AW のチャンピオンですので、場所はそうですね、どこでもいいです。ジェイミーとはそうですね、戦いたいかなというふうに思います。
はい。So, for Athena, like you heard, she's a bad girl, she's very intense, hard hitting.
Yes.
Miyu was sure she would win the match, but the referee shenanigans happened and then she won the match. So obviously, she would like to get revenge anytime, any place. As for Jamie Hayter, it's a wrestler she loves to watch, and she would love to wrestle her. But I believe she's currently the AEW champion, so she wouldn't mind wrestling her, anywhere. It doesn't have to be in AEW ring; it could be in a ring anywhere else in America. But who knows? Maybe if she drops the belt, it will be easier outside. But we'll see.
We will see, and we all hope you get that payback on Athena, of course, after what happened at that Prestige show. So my final question before I let you go today, I had to ask because, of course, she's the one that said your name. She went and trained with you at TJPW ring. That is Mercedes Moné. She of course said that she wants a match with you somewhere down the line, and I'm sure you want that match too. What about Mercedes Moné interests you as an opponent, and do you hope to face her in the future?
新日本のプロレス大会で、メルセデス・モネさんは、ミユと戦いたいという、すごい、反響があって、もちろん山下さんはきっといつか戦ってみたいですか？戦いたくないですか？
もちろん戦いたいですよ。
Of course.
そう、オフコースだし、本当にその時戦うことになれば、本当に試合は本当にすごい試合になると思いますよ。
Hi. So, of course, she wants it. She wants that match. And if it happens, it's going to blow the roof of whichever arena it takes place.
I think everyone agrees, and I think everyone's very much hoping that match does happen. Miyu, thank you so much. I know you have a big week ahead with Grand Princess, of course, and then at the end of the month you're coming to the US. So thank you so much for this time. Everyone listening, make sure to check out Grand Princess 2023 on Saturday on Wrestling Universe. It airs live at 3 p.m. in Japan. So for everyone here in the US, that is 2 p.m. Eastern, not 2 p.m., 2 a.m. Eastern, sorry. And it will also be at 11 p.m. on the West Coast here in California. So everyone make sure to check that out, WrestleUniverse.com. Miyu, once again, thank you so much. Good luck on Saturday. And I appreciate your time today.
Thank you.